All right, Grand Rising, everyone. It is Shalonda, and I'm back. And yeah, so um, I don't know. I'm just reading like energy today, and I feel like it's just like a whole bunch of people showing like their real feelings around here. It's like with this particular story, it's a little bit different. It's like this whole thing of like people trying to rub it in a little bit too early for some kind of downfall or something. I feel like, again, this is pertaining to something that someone feels is going to happen to me to finish me off or something, possibly. It's just real funny. It'd be a lot of funny looking, funny acting individuals that be really on something. It's just like, at the end of the day, I know that spell work has been used on my relationship, you know what I'm saying, on my household. I know that it's individuals that, again, want my land, right? They want some kind of something over me, which they have no jurisdiction over me or my area, okay? You know, I feel like I'm at a point where, again, maybe I haven't been worried about all of those other things because at the end of the day, I'm not going to have to worry about them. Um, and that it's a situation where, I don't know. What was that old movie that what was that old movie with Goldie Hawn? Was it Money Pit? Or it was some other movie? No, no, I don't think it's Death Becomes Her. I don't know. It was like some kind of like a instance of a battle or whatever where this. I think it was Money Pit. I think it was Money Pit. Um, but again, I feel like again what my intuition or what the senses are telling me is that it's just so many people that just have been waiting to see me get knocked off my high horse that somebody else put me on. I ain't never really put myself on it in the first damn place. It's just I'm very secure in who I am. And it's a lot of things going on right now with making certain decisions and making moves that I won't allow for spell work. I won't allow for a den of brooding vipers. I won't allow for anybody in the government or anything to try and shake or move me in any type of direction. I feel like whatever happens, if there is something where if there is some kind of inconvenience, I feel like at the end of the day, Source is going to let these people allow them to think that they have done whatever it is that they're trying to do. If someone has to spend 30, 40 years plotting against you and hiding secret relationships, if somebody, I was just thinking, I don't know why something is telling me something about a secret divorce or something like that. Because again, I have my papers or whatever. And due to spell work, I had to go get him again because one of my daughters was upset because he was upset. And she ended up ripping up the papers. I mean, I can tell when energies are, and I don't look at being saved as something that you do when you go get dipped in some water. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, again, some of us are, again, those elect or those chosen ones. And due to that, whatever happened or whatever's happening on this plane when it comes to soul snatching and soul energy, you just happen to be the ones that people want to have your soul, right? But there are some people that, again, maybe depending on whatever they do, whoever, I don't know, that they have already lost control of their particular energy. So again, for me, I feel like the only thing they can do is tap in, try to send, indirect messages, try to use threats or manipulation or magic or something like that, to try to get into my head and get me to reply to things or, what I'm saying, do or say certain things or whatever. But when it comes to my soul, I just feel like that's just mine. And I feel like I have full control over my particular body at this point. It's like being tried and through the fire and being clean and honoring that and giving gratitude for that. Even the so-called demonic energies that have been sent in to try to infiltrate or imitate, whatever it would be. I just know that, again, there's a lot of jealous people that have spent day and night, all they do is they probably know me better than they know themselves. You know what I'm saying? to try to make sure that my outcome is treacherous. And I think it's just because nobody really needs to be, unless again you are someone that was from like a certain group of people, like that felt like I was coming at that particular group of people. Um, because I think that some of these feminine energies, again, we're dealing with New York and possibly Georgia, that these are not even really women. I mean, it's just my opinion, but then I don't know for sure. Because I don't know what other woman would just be so mad. You know, like, I don't know. It's just like this whole kind of like energy, like I said. Because some people can be really petty. Some people from certain lifestyles can be kind of petty, more petty than average, and more emotional. It may have something to do with the hormones and things like this. It may be, you know, have people a little bit more, you know, these are just things that I wonder, that I see, that I know, that I'm, you know, looking into. So it's like, at the end of the day, it's really me being a woman that got all these people really pissed off. And it's me being a woman wanting to stand in my power, or actually standing in my power and saying enough is enough and no. Okay. So again, it's kind of like that situation where even if there is something going on, it's not affecting the fact, like people try to throw like little low blows and jabs and stuff like that because of, and I do think we're dealing with some kind of tantric energy or sex magic or something like that, you know, like but the whole thing is, it's not like the person that is supposedly possibly going to be leaving me for somebody was not just in my face this morning saying that it's me. So again, the way I look at it is, I won't let nobody try to make me feel less of anything. You know what I'm saying? I know that, again, deep down inside, I'm a good person. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm not worried about no other female. I ain't worried about no other males. It just so happens that I have people in my energy. Period. I'm not worried about nobody talking about whatever I look like when they don't compare. And I'm not really, you know what I'm saying? I said, like, right now I'm away or whatever, but I'm thinking about going home early because I feel like, again, I feel like the vipers are really close in the garden. And it's just like, I don't know. I don't respect people like that have to just be so lowly and that spend all their time contemplating on ways to, you know, try to make my life worse or something like that. It just, to me, like, I have no respect. I have no respect for family, friends, so-called co-workers or whatever that are behind the scenes just waiting for this to occur. Because I'm kind of excited myself to see what really will occur. It's kind of like, I don't know, I'm hearing like stand your ground, because really the whole thing about not wanting to be comfortable at home has been like some type of something being used, possibly with something else, 5G. Like, I've been testing out how I feel when I'm not within those two towers. I've been testing how I feel about many things. I feel like Source is saying, you know, just chill, let me handle it. But at the same time, I just am just a fighter. I can't help but fight. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, I just want to like just go back in my home and turn it into Fort Knox and dare a motherfucker to come and try to touch me or remove me. It's going to take God himself to remove me from that position. I'm looking at these people that have these documents and this paperwork the same damn way that the ancestors was looking at these motherfuckers when they first came here with their laws or lies. I'm like, you just, it's somebody that hate me so much that you got to try to come in and use these are people talk about people that are married using their body to get what they want from their husband, and you come in and hold, like, I'm just wondering, why is Source trying to tell me that somebody like is possibly like to the point where I was not going to be, where I have the papers or whatever, and everybody's upset about me turning in the papers, but possibly somebody, now I don't know if this is telling me divine masculine or like as above, right? Or again, when it comes to the soulmate below, right? That may have had some type of something with me, but they secretly got divorced me, secretly took me to court. You know what I'm saying? It's just this thing. And I'm trying to figure out if this past, present, or future. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of something telling me that something has been done behind my back. And like, because governors or some kind of other court, something with their assistance. And again, this may be my story, but it may also I always look at these as universal messages. So this could actually possibly have something to do with another, but it's just really sitting strongly on me because I feel like people are saying, we got her, we got her. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that whole energy, we got her. And they're like, oh, I can't, and it's just people like, I can't even really look at you, really, first of all. And then I can't even listen to what you're saying because I can hear like the animosity and the anger and the irritation and the jealousy in your throat fucking chakra. You know what I'm saying? About me. It's just like so many people are pressed about me. Listen to that. Did y'all just hear that in my damn throat? Why are so many people so pressed about me? Like, what did I really do to these people? And it can't be nothing but be who the fuck I am. And who I am, I feel to these people, it trumps these people because all they do is try to listen. They blame it on the white man, but these are the same people, like I told you before, that look just like you and me, that are doing this to their own people. And then I got abused and beat down by the community for speaking on something that is the fucking fact. So again, I can't help but be honest at this point in time in my life. What Sorston took me through, I can't help but be honest in my life. I can't help but know that these people are dirty as fuck and to try to put my life on some kind of reality TV show skit or something like this. I can't help but, you know what I'm saying, just still keep on doing what I'm doing, smiling, keep on trying to elevate. That's all I can do. You know what I'm saying? And just worry about things as they come. But am I going to let a motherfucker stress me? Am I going to let somebody move me? You know what I'm saying? I feel like, again, what the things I state in my videos, people are upset about. So again, the mandates about me being upset about somebody coming in my house asking me to put a mask on. Possibly other people watching the videos, somebody not liking that in the governing force. So they want to show force. They want to show some type of force in order to get me to comply or subdue and replenish me. The love bombing, all this shit did not work. So again, now they have to use they're trying to use some kind of force. They got the bees all reared up right now. You know what I'm saying? Some of these females are just going to be so excited because they feel like they about to see my downfall, right? They like to see me cry. They like to see me upset. They like to see me, you know what I'm saying, in this relationship that has been pretty stable. And they like to see the spell work. They like to sit back and watch and see if the spell worked. You know, they like to try to keep me away from masculine and the divine masculines because, again, they know that one touch of a whatever, it'll just be back on anyway. But I'm not trying to do that. And then the masculines, sometimes they may get rubbed the wrong way and they may not like the way I talk when I talk, but they know what it is as well. It's not even like saying I'm all that. I just know I'm a good person. I know I don't do nobody no harm. I know I ain't got no fucking blood on my hands. Only I know the things that have been done to me within the past couple of years in order to try to slow me down. And know that you got to be somebody for people to want to have to work that hard to do whatever this is that they're doing. It's like cheaters never prosper. But they really actually do. They really actually do until they mess with the wrong person. And then it may be seeming like they do, but at the end of the day, they don't. So again, just like everybody else can't wait, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I've been trying to test if it's really Source that's been wanting me to move away from my house and move away and be more distant from my spouse or who I'm separated from right now. Or is this other motherfuckers that want my spot? And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. And so then I have to show my ass. I'm hearing practice what you preach. But there's so much confusion, you know what I'm saying? And there's so much like I can't help but read energy. So it's kind of like I can tell when the energy of this individual, it's like, is it worth it? Am I gonna have to sit here the rest of my life and wonder if this vassal, right, is being inhabited by other energies that I'm letting into my vassal? You see, but when it comes to the jurisdiction, when it comes to the throne, when it comes to the home, that's really even something that can be replaced as well. But for right now, I feel like I'm going to fight for what's mine. What's here right now, what's mine that I need to hold on to. And again, I'm not at home right now, but I'm going to keep on going again back and forth. Because I said, if I find a motherfucker coming around, creeping around my damn house. Because I feel like, again, one of these feminine energies, I feel like maybe the moon is somewhere around, you know what I'm saying? I feel like either, you know, or Georgia, you know, I don't know. I keep hearing midnight train to Georgia, you know. And then I don't know, again, if I'm just dealing with these people or the masculine, my husband or whatever is dealing with these people, or my, you know, who I'm separated from right now, whatever, is dealing with these people on another realm, you know what I'm saying? Or in another dimension, if they're astral projecting or whatever to each other, shit that I just don't deal with. So I kind of just want to show that, again, I'm just somebody that just got a couple crystals, got a couple oracle cards. You know what I'm saying? I read my Bible. I have a strong faith and belief. I have a strong sense of knowing, you know, that I'm going to be all right. And, you know, I do kind of sometimes I believe these things that, again, source, whatever source takes away, he'll give you back double. But at the same time, some of this shit that's going on, I don't think it's by the hand of source. I think it's by lower lesser gods. I think that when we're talking about I am that I am, or I am the or the most high God, living God on this plane right now, I feel like that's all in me. And I feel like the only reason why these other people have had an advancement because they keep me distracted and they stay in my Akashic. Or they stay in my energy reading. Or they've studied me long enough. Right? And I just feel like some of these females, they just look and they just try to judge me from my outer appearance, and they think, you know, some kind of way. And their masculines are pissed off because I don't even give them the time of day. And so it's just like, oh, you know, she thinks she all that or whatever like this. And it's just never that. It's just I don't like to be dealing with a whole bunch of shit, and this is why. This is why. I think I want to see and allow, and I want to challenge source, okay? To let these people see that they think that I don't have nobody and I don't have nowhere to go. And I want to see. I want to see how far this shit is going to go. Because people is probably already getting their popcorn ready this evening. Because I feel like whatever this is going into the next week. Whatever this is going into the next week. And I'm supposed to be right now, you know, oh, hold on, my baby over here. I don't want y'all looking at her. She's asleep. So, again, I went home because I didn't feel comfortable with my child still there. Usually when I do like one of these things when I have to kind of retreat or go into self, you know what I'm saying, and just take some time out, I go by myself. But again, you know, she's been feeling some kind of way too, and she didn't feel comfortable at home. And it's just like something that bothered me that she said the other day, that she had an evil stepmother that came in and made her go into a hole in the ground. And it made me think about spell work or root work, or somebody trying to take my child down a notch or take away the essence of them, because I know that my children are very gifted. So whatever these people are doing, they're trying to kill off a whole bloodline. They're using principalities and so-called rulers or powers that shouldn't be in order to maneuver. And a lot of people that see me standing in my power and they know they can't do it, they don't like the fact that I am doing it. So again, I feel like these people have gone together in crafty counsel in order to try to take me down or knock me down a notch or have me eat humble pie or whatever it is. When again, I've never been anybody that's really just big headed. I just speak very fucking directly and I just say what it is that I am sensing. I say what it is that source is telling me to say. And again, it's been okay for me up until this point. I feel like, again, I've spent a lot of days out of the biblical text, and I feel source is trying to call me back. So I think probably tomorrow I'll go start going back into the biblical text, and I think I'm gonna start with the sealed portion, okay? Because I think I noticed this last time that I stepped off of that path of really, seeking, sensing, and then, going into the text and then saying, right? I feel like, just to know where we are. Because there's usually every day I can gauge or sense where we are in the biblical text. And I think since I've taken a little bit of a hiatus lately, that it's about to take me some time to get back on the course. And it was like overwhelming for a second for me. So I kind of did stop. But again, I'm going to get back on the course. And I found something again about Christ's energy in the sealed portion that I think I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys tomorrow. But I just feel like this is a lot of threats. And like, even if people have been, it's a shame if somebody got to sit there all this time and just figure out, I don't even want the land. I want to be having control over this person. I want to have control over their children. I want to turn their, who think about this kind of shit? Like, who really do it? And then sometimes I think, what God is allowing this to go ahead and take place. And then they say, oh, wait a minute. Oh, you know what I'm saying? This is one of them times when you got to stand in your power and you got to be that God. You got to be that most high God for yourself right now. And allow them to think that whatever they have, that's going to work. Allow them to think that you've given up your power. Allow them to think that you arrogant and cocky because you stand your ground and that you need to be set down or you need to be shut up when your hands is clean. When you don't have to go and try to sneak and lie and try to figure out how you can get somebody or get somebody back or one up somebody or whatever the fuck this is called. It's like, it is just what it is. It's not karma or anything. It's when you're really good to people, sometimes people choose to try to overstep. But I feel like, again, this the wrong motherfucker right here. It's just what I think. I don't think I'm too cool or anything like that. I'm just saying it's the wrong person because nothing, I feel untouchable. I feel like nothing can harm me right now. If there's something I have to leave behind, something I have to let go, I want to make sure that source that got me do it. That this is not no kind of communal fucking trying to, bully somebody into maneuvering or moving in some kind of way or fashion. I don't feel like source is telling me that. I feel like me letting other people, especially some of these wicked witches, right? Try to allow me to think that what they're saying is what it is because they have so many really details. Okay. So again, some of these people, like I said, when it comes to the Queen of Cups, some of these people have information from the government or they have tools from the government that they're using to spy on some of us and to record us and tap our phones. Some people just got shit that they can do this, Some people have ties behind your back that you don't know about for years and years and years. Because again, you are the so-called hunted, but also I am the hunter when it comes on things that are going on high. So it's very hard for me to pay attention to what's going on immediately in front of me. So when it comes to my particular so-called love life or these particular connections, it can kind of have me jaded sometimes or whatever, because a lot of these masculines, I think they play together and they play with other feminine energies and stuff like that in order to cause this distortion or whatever it is in my mind. You know what I'm saying? It's easy when somebody knows who the capital is, they know who to target. They're not going to waste their time, you know what I'm saying, dealing with all of these other feminine energies like that. No, they just want to have my head. They want to have my head for many reasons. Sometimes some of them just the way it look, in the way theirs look. Some of them is just because they want the man or the masculine that I have. They want the life. They want something, and I'm running away from all that shit. If it's contaminated, I'm running away from it in a sense. But at this point in time, I'm standing my ground when it comes to this particular territory. I'm not going to be moved from my territory. I'm not going to have nobody come in here and no fucking sneak attack on no motherfucking land that was never supposed to be divvied up in the first place or sold to these people in the first place and move me off of what would be mine. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm not at the table. Everything I get it out the mud. Everything I get it out of the mind, because these people like to operate like that. They want to have me 2-3 steps behind everything that they're doing. So whatever I get it from just like the air or source or just a glance of something, or I might hear something, you know what I'm saying, from a reader or something. A lot of these readers are probably upset because they're watching me watch them, and they're not seeing me participate or purchase anything or anything like this, and so they're upset because they see me obviously in that star energy. They possibly see me and see that I'm not, but at the same time, so again, a lot of these people would like to talk about how broke somebody is, but I think the brokest shit you can be is have your soul and your heart be fucking broken, where you treat people some kind of way because of jealousy, envy, strife, because you don't look like them, because you know what I'm saying, or you want what somebody else got. I think that's the most broke shit that you could ever, and see, that's why I said I like to go against the grain with things like this, because people swear up and down. They use these terms like broke and stuff like that to try to call people out that may not have as much as somebody else, but at the end of the day, your ass is broke. You may not even be, some of y'all, and I say for me, I'll just say for me, I don't like to invest in a lot of different clothes and things like that and stuff like that. But I bet you one thing, I bet you I get my shit from the thrift store. I bet you I get what I get in, and I bet you when I put it on and I walk out the door, it look like a fucking $1,000,000. I bet you that. I mean, so again, it's just nobody is saying I'm all, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that. I don't even buy designer bags and all that shit. I don't, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make me. That's the difference between a woman and a girl. I can dabble in extra things, maybe a sip or a shot or a drink or a glass of wine here and there, barely. But at the end of the day, I know how to tap into something that gives me a natural high. You see, I've always looked at different things differently. People say, you got to get out there, you got to make friends. Well, okay, maybe associates or associates, okay. But at the end of the day, I think I do better, again, when I keep to myself, because these days it's not really that many people out there. It's not really that many people of valuable or substance out there left. It's like we dealing with some empty, cold, soulless. It's really heavy. It's really heavy. The energy is really, really heavy. Like genuine, authentic individuals are very rare right now. That's why I feel like I'm waiting, you know what I'm saying, to cleave. Excuse me, and I'll never say that again. My children's father is a horrible person, but I definitely see a change in him. I definitely feel like, again, we're dealing with some kind of a swapping of energy or something like this, or programmed ability when it comes to his energy. So again, I'm not easily fooled, right? Because it kind of hurts. It hurts when you hear, especially other feminine energies that you know are jealous of you, and then they have access to your personal life or your personal information. And it kind of hurts when they spread things and other people are also, you know, dabbling in or looking into your life, and you're thinking, why me? Why did you pick me? Why did you, I'm okay to be on display, but why did you pick me so everybody can kind of like try to make me the butt of everything? But it's almost like you going to see. You'll see. It's almost like you'll wonder why God would take their supposed most prized possession and try to harm it or something like that. So then I had to question, what are we really dealing with? Are we dealing with God here, or are we dealing with the energy of the Lord God? Which is trying to get rid of God, or again, at least enjoying the fact that God is asleep. But I think we're at the point like we can carry on. We are into a sense of exodus or exile, but there's also now this presence that we're going to go ahead and possibly look at tomorrow, as when we're talking about, oh my goodness. Oh man, what was I about to say? Something about the garden. Like, I still think we're in the beginning. Okay. When probably 6, around between 5 and 6, Genesis, I think 5 and 6, chapter 5 and 6, when it's talking about, the walking through the garden, right? And seeing what Adam and Eve or whatever, or no, the man and the woman had taken up the fruit or whatever. Okay. Because I think that also this is talking about, when it's talking about this, I feel like it's talking about consuming or taking souls, or embodying like other spirits or energies getting into the bodies of individuals, right? Because I feel like there's this whole like orgy kind of energy. There's this whole over sexualized kind of energy or something. Because it made me think about even the King of Wands energy, where the King of Wands energy, where with that alternative deck, we see him holding his wand very strong, with his fist all balled up, you know what I'm saying? Just like in like a charging kind of energy. And then with the other alternative card, we see him barely holding on to the wand, like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? So again, I feel like, again, there may be a King of Wands that, again, may have been that way for a very long time and now is retiring. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of sense that kind of energy or whatever. Like, because the person looks tired. So it made me think about tired or whatever. And it's either, again, was very short-lived because they found out something and that kind of hurt their something, okay? Or, we're talking about someone who has been the King of Wands for a very long time, right? And maybe I just never seen their energy as that until now. But however it goes, I just feel like, it's just been a lot of dirty work done, and I just remain positive about the whole thing. I don't know. Sorry, that was a sneeze. I don't know how deep all of this goes, but again, definitely I think that the veil is being lifted and I'm being able to see. And I do still feel like this energy of someone calling me into some kind of position. And I keep saying, but I don't know how to get there. But I don't know if it's me in another form of like a blockage or something like that, because I really don't want to. Like, I got some shit I got to do here. I got some records I got to set straight. Before I leave, if I do have to go somewhere. And I don't mean like somebody saying, hey, you got to move from this area. I'm talking about like, I don't know why I'm sensing this energy. Like somebody wants to see, like what's the but I'm also sensing like, Wizard of Oz or whatever. Um I'll have to see the wizard in no, that's not the wizard, is it? Yeah, I think so. All right. But it's kind of like somebody with like a lot of big talk, and then you find out it was just like really a little man or whatever behind the scenes with this big old persona. And I feel like, again, a lot of people can look at me like that, but I guess we'll have to see. I guess we'll have to see. Because again, looks ain't gonna save nobody. Whatever ain't gonna save nobody. But I know one thing is what that has been on my mind lately is love. And even I don't even think that I do hear like Barry White with love is the icon, but I always just question myself, is it really? Or is that another facade? Because that's all I've been pretty much doing, and it has brought me nothing but harm, I feel, right? I mean, that's the whole thing of love bombing, is to distract somebody with that while you consume or take. So again, we're dealing with that devil energy seeking to see who they can devour. And it just so happens that I'm one of those women that women can't stand. And I'm one of those men that, again, I'm one of those women that men can't stand if they can't dominate you. So again, all I can do is just notice the things that I should be able to change in this lifetime, in this time, and work on those things and grow. It's just kind of messed up again, like I said, with all of the movement back and forth with all of these things that's going on right now, because I work from home. And the majority of my stuff is, again, all of my stuff is there. So if I have to keep leaving or if I can't feel stable, or if I can't feel planted, you know what I'm saying, in my home. And that's the only reason why I mentioned that a couple of years back, when people got all up in their panties about it and then decided to, yeah. The New York is the first one that I noticed was saying some shit about, like I said, that the only way this person can know is that they was in my house when I said this. So I knew that, again, this must have something to do with some familial ties. It has something to do with something. That this person has taken crafty counsel in order to have some kind of order over my life, or again, conspired with the person that I'm with in order to, you know what I'm saying? It just feels like that. It feels like this happened in a past lifetime too, okay? Or maybe this is what happened in another lifetime, because I do believe in ancient technology. I don't think that we are the most advanced beings. I think that sometimes we're very silly right now, and that the people that built those monolithic temples and stuff like that, like the Tibetan temples and stuff like that, I just think, what in the hell? Let me know who built that, because if this building is old as they saying, and it looked like this, who's advanced? Because nobody really on this plane can recreate any of these things when it comes to antiquity today. So this is just another form of a reset or something. When you're finding light bulbs in ancient Egypt and wheels and shit in different times when it was not supposed to be there. So again, I just see things a little bit differently. People in the 20s and 1900s, early 1900s was seem to be cell phones in their hand. So I don't know. I think the only thing that I need to be worried about right now is I do feel like there's some form of an adjustment or whatever that source wants, again, for me or to take part in. And I just really need to figure out, maybe meditate and go in a little bit to see what is this next step. It's something. But I have to just make sure that this is nothing from these crafty individuals. You see what I'm saying? No offerings or anything. Like, I'm not taking anything like that unless I know all the details. And people like to be in my energy and do things in my name without my permission, I feel, right? Because I'm even thinking about Enoch when it says what the people are doing with their hands. And I think that this has something to do with, I said citizenship, penmanship, you're signing and stuff like that. But I also think that it's having to do with I also think that it's having to do with the work that women are doing with their hands when it comes to tarot. So all these people that are doing these readings and just adding things in because they know they want an alternative outcome for divine feminine or for me or anybody else, I want to see. I can't wait to see what Source has in store for them. Just like they can't wait to see my downfall or me out on my ass, I can't wait to see what Source has in store for them. So I think that's it. I'll see you guys soon. Again, I never claim to know any and everything that is going on or happening. I do sense something. The cards that I pulled earlier kind of let me know something, but I also know that I have the power to reverse that shit. I'm here like Master of the Universe is one of these masculines, actually. A very powerful sorcerer or magician out here. And he may not be too happy with me. I'm just saying, I feel like, again, this is how some of this stuff has been done. Okay? And it is like He-Man. It's giving me He-Man energy. And She-Ra. Y'all 80s babies know what I'm talking about. Like, I was watching G.I. Joe one day, and it was really talking about the thing that happened in Kenosha. Okay? It was really, really, to me, talking about the thing that happened in Kenosha. And I wasn't the only one that seen it. And I was just like, wow. You know what I'm saying? The buildings and everything looked the same in it. I'm talking about with the, like, you know, damage or whatever that was being done in the town. And now I don't remember what episode or nothing it was. Because you know that on YouTube, sometimes when things are happening in public, you know, the oldies and stuff will come back and there's things that correlate with those things. Because these people know exactly what they be doing. But I think that that's it. I just want to talk about that because I just want to see. And it's like, I have really no fear right now. I'm proud of myself. I'm happy with the accomplishments and things. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel, it just feels bad to know that people are really like thousands and hundreds of people, hundreds of thousands of people probably sitting back and just waiting for something damage to be done to somebody like me. And it's okay. And they can say what goes around and comes around, but the whole shit that been going around is spell work. And now we see why God banned this kind of behavior. Now I see. And I think this is why he shows me these things. I'm like, well, you know, I don't see why, but I'm not talking about tarot cards and I'm not talking about oracle cards. I'm talking about people using real witchcraft or spell work and things of this nature. Those that are calling the good evil and evil good. Knowing good well that they have other tendencies and they have other reasonings for what they're doing to some of us. It has nothing to do with karma. It has nothing to do with source. It has nothing to do with God. It has nothing to do, it got to do with some disgusting people that live on this planet that want to harm people physically, mentally, or spiritually, and they want to take things and they want to have a reason for doing so, okay? Let's just keep it all the way real, okay? So again, I will see you guys soon. Again, I ain't do no makeup or nothing. I feel like I look really, really pale today. But yeah, so I think that's it. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I think I'm going to get back, like I said, into the biblical text. I think I'm going to go ahead and probably in a couple minutes take a ride back to the Krishnaib and see what's going on there. Just because. And it's not being messy or anything. You know what I'm saying? I still have belongings, you know, but I do feel like, again, someone is trying to at least try to give me the perception that they are close. I think that they are within the vicinity, but again, or that I have something to worry about, okay? I feel like a lot of this stuff when it comes to these readers and stuff that's saying source wants this, I don't think that it is at all. I don't think so. I keep hearing go back to your first love, or I'm going to remove the candlestick. But it's just like a separate energy here. It makes me think that, again, when I met this person when I was 14 years old, that this person that is there now is not the same person. Matter of fact, I have an image of this person. Like, I'm just wondering, like I said, like not switched at birth or anything like that, but like maybe like some of us were like twins or something like that. And it's like, feels like, again, there may be another twin or evil twin, because again, I've seen, again, a divine masculine, whatever, that I would never think had anything to do with my particular soulmate, which was, you know, supposed to be my husband, right? I ended up going through some images or whatever, and I seen a picture of them, well, of divine masculine, right? But then behind him, I was looking at the image like, what the, and it looked just like my soulmate or my actual ex-spouse. And it's not an ex-official yet. We just, again, we're in that same house or whatever, but I mean, not right now, but I'm just saying, I mean, and I showed him that image, and I didn't show him the whole image. I just showed him the part where I've seen somebody look just like him. He tried to deny it. But ever since then, everybody's been real funny acting and stuff. Well, I won't say everybody. I think his energy has been very low, but heightened. But he's been kind of like really, yeah, going through a thing or whatever right now. And again, somebody might say dark night of the soul. Some may say it is because he's sick with that. And I think that again, this may, if somebody is doing these things that they're supposedly doing behind my back, I think some of this is somewhat of a karmic something, or some kind of dis-ease, or sexually transmitted dis-ease, meaning spiritually. I ain't calling nobody's, you know what, because again, I'm staying away from them right now. I'm trying to keep things, you know, a certain way. So, and again, sometimes I feel like that's wrong. I feel like the whole energy of intimacy and things like this right now, the spell work, I feel, has something to do with also that. So again, the only way of winning is just to keep that energy. I feel like this is what's been done, is to keep these people kind of like at odds, and then talk about how they're at odds, to make neither one of them want to be able to make them feel bad about wanting to reconcile or treat the energy. It's just more rumors and more whatever to kind of like break it or spread it apart and say it's an act of God. But I'm just going to act like I know better. And I know this fucking work when I see it. So, and I know also, you know, people dealing with governing forces and constructs, again, that are forced to do certain things. Or they're not forced, and sometimes blackmailed, or whatever other reason. It could be anything, but it ain't right. So, see you guys soon. Take care.